Good morning, and thanks for joining Talk 40 to me today. I've been talking about being led by God, being led by the Spirit of God, and also knowing that God is the great I am. God said that He is everything that we need. When Moses was leading the children of Israel, he wanted God to let him know what he should tell the children of Israel that he was. And God said, let them know that I am the great I am. That means whatever they needed, God was. God said that He was their strength. He said He was their redeemer. He said He was their vindicator. He said He was their healer. He said He was their protector. Whatever it was that they needed at that time, God was that for them. So I want you to know today in your life that God is the great I am for you too. Whatever it is that you're going through in your life, whatever situation that you're facing, God is the I am. I want to encourage you that you can do this. I am. You are thriving. You can say to yourself, I am thriving. I am successful. I am beautiful. I am confident. I can do this because God is in you. God is for you. Moses had a problem when God was trying to call him higher. Moses had a lot of situations in his life that he felt deterred him from being who God wanted him to be. One of those things was a speech impediment. One of the other things was he was a murderer. So his thing is, how can God use me in this situation? And it took time for him to develop and become what God wanted him to be. It took 40 years to be exact. 40 years from the time that he had that murder, or when he killed the Egyptian, but that's murder, right? Okay. And then 40 more years passed. So it was a total of him being 80 years before he walked into the purpose and the plan that God had for him, leading the children of Israel out of Egypt. Now, even in that, we see how God hardens the hearts of people. And sure, we hear all the time that when a man's ways please God, that they will be at peace with him. Their enemies will be at peace with him. But in this situation with Pharaoh and the Egyptians, the enemies were not at peace with Moses. The enemies were not at peace with the Israelites. The Egyptians and Pharaoh, they were very much against them. They did not want to get rid of their cheap labor. They liked that they were extraordinary. They knew the favor of God was on them, but they wanted that to stay in their lives. But God is like, no, I want to take you higher. And sometimes in our lives, people don't want to see you go higher. They want to see you where you are. They want you to only grow as far as they can allow you to grow. They want you to be stagnant in a sense. But God was like, no, 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 no. I want to take you higher. My children, my people, they need to go higher. You have to let my people go. So in that, we find that God tells us not to be afraid, to fear not. He said that in the book of Exodus, the book of Joshua, and in several other books of the Bible. Fear not. Don't be afraid. No matter what you've gone through, no matter what tried to hinder you, even if you tried to hinder yourself from something, don't worry about it. Don't be afraid. You have to move forward. You have to walk into the plan and the purpose that God has for you. It's very important that you heed the words. Don't be afraid. Fear not. God has a plan for you. He is the great I am. He is your vindicator. He is your strength. He is your redeemer. And as we go through life, we're going to have several challenges, several situations where we can be afraid. But in those moments, we have to choose. We have to choose to follow the path of God, to follow the peace of God. And we're not always going to have the peace we want immediately. But as long as we are heeding the path, heeding what God is saying to us, trusting Him, He's not going to be worried with your physical constraints, what you feel that you can do, what you feel that you cannot do, what you feel that people are saying you can't do, because it's not about them. It's about God and what He wants to do in your life. So I'm excited for what's going to happen in the lives of people. I know that God is calling everyone to go higher. If we just heed that call, if we just focus in on him, if we just get before him, not be afraid, trust that he is the great I am, trust that he can deliver, that he can redeem, that he can set free, that he can restore, and watch what he does in your life. I'm excited. If you want to read more about this week's blogs, go ahead and take a look at talk40tome.com. Be inspired, be encouraged. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Look forward to talking to you again soon. Have a blessed day.